Hey YouTubers, this is my video for the water tank motor control. Now this unit basically was used for timer control, which means let's say you get water at a specific time in your house. You simply need to set up the timer accordingly, and it will turn on at that specific time and turn off after the tank is all filled. Now the module has a few basic controls, not really very difficult to understand. First, to give you an overview of how the product looks. The product basically is a rigid body that comes from Plasto, now one of the best used in the industry. Comes with two LED powered buttons, has a rotary encoder and a socket that comes from Anker, pretty rigid. Huh? And the cable used here, this is a very strong 6 amp cable, like a very high power cable, capable of driving most of the motors that you will have at your premise. Not just most, I mean in fact it will drive all the motors that you have at your premise. And comes with a float sensor. Now this float sensor basically has a float, a metal weight at the bottom and a wire with a connector at the end. Now this is basically a standard stereo connector, makes it easy for you to interface. You don't have to use your brains a lot or a lot of physical work to set this device up. The device, as I said, comes with a 3-pin power cable, like, pretty solid, rigid, okay, high quality. So let's power this device on and I'll show you how it works. So I just plug the device in. Okay, now once I have the device plugged in, let's power this up. Now this is the one that's the power button. Okay, this is the one that's the power button. So the moment I turn it on, okay, you'll see the lights come up. All right. Now this one here, called the, what do you call it, the relay control or the manual relay control. The moment you turn it on, see what happens. Huh? See this? The relay is automatically tripped. You can automatically control it. You can also hear the click of the relay the moment you press it. See this? So let's say you do not want to set up a timer as such, and I'll tell you how this is used. I mean, this will be pretty useful many times. So you want to turn the device on, you simply just press it and it's on. Okay, you release it and your device goes off. Again you turn it on and your device comes up. Okay, so here is the stuff. How do I say this? Okay, the rotary encoder. Now let's say you have a screen. Okay, I'm sure you see the time. It says 2:39, 50, 51 and it's counting. So let's say you want to set up a time. It's pretty simple. This encoder here, this encoder actually doesn't work, like, unless you actually activate the settings menu. Now how do you get the settings menu? You just simply press it once, you get the settings menu. It will ask you, do you want to set up the alarm or the time? So let's say you want to set up a time, so you just spin it and you will see it gives you two is for time and 1 is for alarm. So you select 2 and do OK. I'm sorry, yeah, it will ask you enter hours. So let's say you select 2 hours. I mean, just for a basic setup, so you enter 2 hours. Okay, you don't enter it for a specific time, it will basically time out. So you enter 2 hours, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So I have set up the time. Now it's like 2 hours, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The device reboots with the updated settings and you will get the screen any moment. Okay, so now if you notice, the alarm on the device is for 2 hours 2 minutes. The second line here, the second line, 2 hours 2 minutes, and the time currently is 2 hours 2 minutes and 28 seconds. So till the time the 2 minute window crosses, the device will continue to beep, because we have already reached the time when this device is supposed to turn on. So now why is it beeping? Because there is no sensor connected. The device has to be plugged in with the sensor, and the sensor has to be in a state. Okay, let's say I have connected the sensor, and if you notice, the though it is like 2 hours, okay, time just passed. Okay, so I'll set the time up again.